Kim here. And I'm here. Here we are here. Hopefully. Okay. Getting everything all set up. Medieval Reader, hello. Emery, good to see you. How's everybody doing tonight? There we go. That's cuter. There. Alright, now I'm set up. Medieval Reader says, I missed you last week so much. My apologies for last week. Yeah, let's talk about that. I have been put on another board because, I have nothing but time. But I've been put on a board that helps my community, do good things and keep kids off drugs and have, empowering families to make good choices and that kind of stuff. They are, they have a big need for somebody to help with outreach and social media and that kind of stuff and communication and blah blah blah, and that's kind of sort of where my skill set is. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I got put on another board, and they meet on Wednesdays, not every Wednesday, once a month on Wednesday, and Wednesday is just the worst day. The reason the live show is on Wednesdays is because it is the only night I can do it. And so it was anyway, so their meeting is late afternoon, and then I have dinner with my grandma, and then I come and do the live show, and that meeting just went way later than it should have, which pushed everything back, and it just didn't happen, and I felt so terrible. So I hope you guys can forgive me for not being here last week when I swore up and down that I would be here, and then I big fat wasn't, so that bites. But we're here this week, and I've got something really fun planned, and we're just gonna chill and hang out and have a good time and be generally happy people. So yay! Living My Rhapsody, good to see you. W. Roberts, hello, good to see you. My mom's here, cute shirt, she says, thank you. Hey guys, if you didn't know, this is my merch. You can get it. teespring.com/stores/Kim here. Link in the description below. You can still get it in time for St. Patrick's Day if you want some of the St. Patrick's Day merch. I think you have to do some rush delivery on it though, but it's still a possibility. So, yeah, go get it. Go get some merch. I've also got another St. Patrick's Day one that's less obnoxious, and it's just cute. So, Mike, good to see you. Good to see you. W. Roberts, it's a super green shirt. Well, green literally is my favorite color, and so I was like, why don't we just get a shirt that says that I can wear on St. Patrick's Day and on every other day of the year, because green is my favorite. So there you have it. The Giggle Box with John G. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We met at CVX Live, for those of you that don't know. Hey, if any of you want to come to CVX Live, which is a YouTube convention that is kind of geared towards people meeting creators, you should totally come out to Utah and come to CVX Live towards the end of September. So, yeah, it's amazing. That's where I met the Doors and Time fam. That's where I met the Giggle Box with John G. Just so many cool people are there, and it's really cool. So, yeah. Joseph Galloway, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mike says, is that a Care Bear on the floor behind you? Yes, it is 2 Care Bears and Fievel from An American Tail. Oh, you can't see Fievel because my chair's in the way. Stand by. Oh, jeez. Aw, yeah. Yeah, those are from my childhood. In case you were wondering, I got a cool bag from my grandma who was like, hey, I have all this stuff that's yours, and they were in it. So that's their temporary home until I can find a better location for them to hang out in my house. Living My Rhapsody, green Care Bear, nice. Yeah, that's lucky. That's actually my mom, who might still, I think is here. Yeah, mom's here. Can maybe tell me where, because that Good Luck Bear is not one of the original ones that was sold in stores and stuff, I don't think, because it has a totally different look. It's a little bigger and stuff than the Level Up Bear, which is an original from the late 80s toy. So Anyway, big fan of the Care Bears, in case anyone was wondering. Joseph Galloway says, "You're so nice." Thank you. I think you're so nice. That was really kind of you to say. Thank you. Mike says, "He's somewhere. Come here." He's somewhere. Come here. Joseph Galloway. Oh, Joseph Galloway, no. No, we're not going to be doing that. Unfortunately, if you ask again, I'm going to have to you out of here and say bye-bye, and I'm very sorry. Luke Marupsy says, "I still miss my bear. They lost it. Now I only see it in old pics." Oh, that's so sad. I have a really hard time getting rid of anything, especially if it has a face. So I kept pretty close track of pretty much everything I've ever owned. My mom can attest to that. Oh, my mom says, "Handmade by an old lady in California in 1985. There you have it. And my good luck bear is winking. He's like, which is super cute. So no need for an apology, Joseph. You're good. You're good. Okay, before we get into the Disney Would You Rather, Jennifer, hi, good to see you. Before we get into these questions, which I have readily available, I want to do a quick check-in. Can everybody hear me okay and see me okay? Do we have any lag? I have moderate stream health, so I just want to make sure everything's... My mom says she still sleeps with Blush. Ask her about Blush. I do not still sleep with Blush. I only slept with Blush until I got married. And then I stopped sleeping with the stuffed animal. That was my childhood sleepy stuffed animal. She was a pink cat. I do still have her. She is on a shelf. And we go way back. She's my buddy. She's my buddy. Mike says, "No lag, good." Leave My Rhapsody says, "All good. No lag, it's perfect," says the Gigglebox. Emery Lame says, "You're all good." Fabulous! Fabulous. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay. Oh, sorry, I bumped the mic. Is everybody okay? Are you okay? Okay. Okay, so I found some Disney Would You Rather questions on BuzzFeed, which is kind of funny, and I thought it would just be super fun to hang out and Would You Rather questions, because I think they're always fun, and I've been working my royal behind off on the Princess channel, which is hopefully going to launch on April 5th, which is very exciting. But I've been building up the set and getting everything together and ready for that, and so I've just been in a Disney princessy kind of mood, so I thought we would do Disney Would You Rather questions instead of normal ones, because you do not come here for normal. Let's be honest. All right. Love your mug, says Emery Lane. There you go. You can kind of see that. There you go. You guys, if you have not checked out the really awesome, super cool unicorn campaign that Doors in Time is doing for Makylie Strong, you can see my lipstick too. Makylie Strong. There we go. There we go. Oh man, I'm backwards. There. I'm super good at this, obviously. Yeah, so check them out and get some unicorn merch. If you're still doing the unicorn merch, you guys still doing the merch for that? April 5th is Avonlea's birthday. Well, lucky her, she gets to see a whole Princess YouTube channel right on her birthday. I'll try to remember to say happy birthday to her in my video. Okay, without further ado, we're going to go on to the first Disney Would You Rather question. Okay, would you rather have a nose that grows every time you lie like Pinocchio, or have totally unmanageable ears like Dumbo? Share your thoughts and feelings with the class, please. I'll wait. Yes, we're still doing the merch, says Emery. Good. You guys need to click the little 3 dots next to her name and click go to channel, and you can get some really cool merch because we're all Makylie Strong. My mom says nose. Living My Rhapsody says ears. I feel like this is a very telling question, because maybe if you feel like you have to go with the ears, it's because you just can't go without lying. And then it's I don't know, what are the parameters of this nose lying thing? Is it a tiny little white lie? If people say, "Hey, how are you?" and I say, "I'm fine, but I'm really not as fine," is it gonna shoot out? Or is it just gonna be boop? Or is that not even enough to qualify a nose grow? This is why I'm not good at Would You Rather, because I need details. But I think I would have to pick ears, because I'm an actor and I don't know how that would go. Dumbo could fly, says W.R. Roberts. That's an excellent point. You can use those ears. I could use them in comedy routines, so I feel like double bonus. Living My Rhapsody says, there are hats for those. So you'd have Dumbo ears and just get a nice hat. I love that. I love that so much. I should just get a hat. It's fine. The Medieval Reader says, unmanageable ears. I might be able to eavesdrop better. Oh, excellent point. Like a mutant, you have supersonic hearing. Emery says nose, but she is like the sweetest, nicest girl on the planet. So, yeah, like not being able to lie is probably not at all an issue for her. She's like, who would need to lie? Because she really is like the sweetest kid ever. John from the Gigglebox says, nose that grows, it might not be so bad. I try to be honest, most of the time. I love that. I love that. W. Robert says, then you got the question of those white lies. Were you trying to be nice and the nose would give you away? Exactly. It's like, do I look fat in this outfit? And then you're like, no! That's a problem. Like, I mean, you know what I mean. There's a lot of social protocol that's going to go with. I don't think we realize how much we don't tell the truth. My mom says nose is wood, you can chop it off. Okay, guys, you know how sometimes I'm like a little bit creepy? Now you know why. That's my mother. Living My Rhapsody says, plus imagine the number of earrings I can have. Oh my gosh, I would like pierce all of them. And they'd all have like dangly fringe and feathers and stuff. I would be magnificent. Now I'm a little bummed I don't have ginormous ears. Oh, thanks, says Em. Well, you know, I call it like I see it. Okay, next. Okay, would you rather live with 7 messy men, the 7 dwarves, or 3 sassy women, the Tremaines, which is Cinderella's stepsisters and stepmother? I mean, I know who well, this one's hard for me because of reasons. If you know why this is a difficult question for me, let me know in the chat. Or in the comments if you're catching the replay. Please feel free to play and comment. Okay, I think I have my answer. Okay, no, I know. I've thought about it. Can you repeat? Yes, I can. Living My Rhapsody. My bad. Let's see. Would you rather live with 7 messy men, the 7 dwarves, or with 3 sassy women, Cinderella's stepsisters and stepmother? Jennifer says, sassy ladies. John says, definitely 7 dwarves. And Jennifer says, because of a certain sister. Exactly. For those of you that don't know, I am biased and always will be towards Drizella, one of Cinderella's incredibly misunderstood stepsisters. I've spent a lot of time with her, and I used to work for Disney World. That's where I'm going to leave that. My mom says messy men are gross, sassy women spice up life. The way Robert says, I grew up with brothers and now have a house full of boys, so I'm used to messy men. I would have to say sassy women. Change it up a little bit. I would say the sassy women and live with the Tremaines for basically, I love Snow White and the dwarves. I think the dwarves are just sweet and kind and wonderful men. However, Snow White, out of the goodness of her heart, and probably because she enjoys it a little bit, cooks and cleans for them. More power to her. She's fine with it. Awesome. I do not like that kind of work, even a little bit. No. So I would pick the Tremaines because they have someone there that does all of that, so they don't have to. Living My Rhapsody says, sisters, they can be saved. They don't need to be saved. They're perfect just the way they are. Sassy women for sure, says Emery. Awesome. That's hilarious. I like the dwarves, but I just feel like the Tremaines fit my lifestyle so much better. Okay, next. Yes. Would you rather look after 101 well-behaved Dalmatians or one out-of-control alien named Stitch? So would you rather have to deal with 101 Dalmatians or Stitch? Yeah. I'm going to preface my answer with I didn't really like Lilo and Stitch as a movie very much. It was fine. I liked the Ohana means family part at the end. That did make me a little weepy. But if I remember right, that was the first animated PG movie from Disney, and that made me... No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That's not true. It was the second or third. Oh shoot, I can't remember if Lilo and Stitch was the first PG movie or if Atlantis was the first PG. I can't remember. I just know that I was mad that it was rated PG. The medieval reader says Stitch. W. Robert says Stitch. He's cute and fluffy. That's true. Emery says I want Stitch. Mike says Alien, easy, more entertaining, less poop. Okay, you might have a point with that. My mom says puppies. They're like money. You can't have too much. Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought you meant in like a Cruella de Vil type way, whom I know is your favorite villain, which doesn't make sense to me because you're such a massive animal lover. But I thought you meant like puppies equal money, as in fur. So that took me aback for a moment. But yes, you can't have too much. Like money, you can't have too much. You can't have too many puppies. You can't have too much money. I get what you're saying. Okay, I think I would pick the Dalmatian puppies as well because I could get a big old farm and basically do the Dalmatian plantation and just send them out into the giant acreage of fields and forests that I have and build them a nice little dog castle and then play with them when I want, and then probably, although that's a lot of dog doo-doo. That's a lot of it. Okay, so this answer will depend on how much money I have. Plus, Stitch is sort of teachable. John says, I can barely handle my 3 cats. I would probably go with Stitch. He's rowdy and crazy, but there's just one, right? Like, it's like, my mother's laughing at me. It's always fun when your mom's in a live show, you guys. I'm not kidding. Like, I love that my mom's here. It always adds a great flavor to the show. W. Robert says, according to Google, first PG Disney movie was Black Cauldron was PG? I did not know Black Cauldron was PG. I did not know that. But thank you for checking on that because thank you. A very sort of obscure, underrated Disney film, The Black Cauldron. Mike says, not just any alien though, Alf would be unbearable. Oh, see, I think I would pick Alf before I would pick Stitch. For sure, because like Alf and I would just do stand-up comedy together and it'd be awesome. Funny story about Alf, total like derailment side note here, but husband loves Alf because it was one of they like selected a handful of American shows to dub and show in Bulgaria, and Alf was one of them. So growing up, he watched Alf and then came to America and saw that was like an old American show and it was very funny, but like, so Alf is like this thing for him, and he very much enjoys Alf because it was one of the few shows that they showed in Bulgaria, and it was just so funny that they chose Alf. Like, I have no idea why they would pick that, but who knows why networks do what they do. W. Robert says, I wouldn't have guessed that one either. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't think that in the 80s that they could have got away with it. Yeah. Interesting. Mike says Alf eats cats. That's true. He does try to eat cats. So if I had Alf, I couldn't get a cat. Okay. Next. I can't yell that because the microphones are here. Okay, let's see. Would you rather... Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather have Donald Duck's temper forever or permanently suffer from Goofy's cluelessness? I know exactly which one I would pick. Mike says Leroy is not a stack. No, he's not. Seth, hi, it's good to see you. I came in during your Alf husband story. Confession time for me. Alf terrified me as a kid. I once had nightmares about him. He kind of freaked me out too. Like I wasn't into Alf until just a few years ago when I met husband and he was like, no, we have to watch it. It's so good. And then I get it. Like, I get it. As funny 80s television, it's very funny. But I'm tweeting. As a kid, I didn't get it at all. I thought he was weird. Peanut Butter, good to see you, says Goofy's cluelessness. Medieval Reader says Donald Duck. Mike says, I already have Goofy's foolishness. Most of the same, I suppose. More of the same, I suppose. Jess, good to see you. Good to see you. I told you I missed you lately because I miss you. W. Robert says Goofy. And my mom says I already have Donald Duck's temper. I did think of that when I was reading that question. I said, my mom already kind of has that. So that's where we're at. I would choose Donald Duck because pet peeve of mine, I absolutely cannot stand feeling stupid. Which happens daily, but it's just a thing for me. I'm just ugh. I would rather people think I was a rageaholic than dumb. And I don't even think Goofy's that dumb, really. I think he's just kind of clumsy and he just doesn't put thought to it. But his heart's always in the right place, which is saying something. But Donald Duck's heart is in the right place sometimes too. I like Donald Duck. I'm a big fan. I think he's hilarious. So I would pick Donald Duck. That's where we are. John says Goofy's cluelessness. What did I miss? Says Jess. We are doing Disney Would You Rather questions, and our current question is, would you rather have Donald Duck's temper forever or Goofy's or permanently have Goofy's foolishness? So Donald Duck's temper or Goofy's foolishness. Mike says Donald Duck had so much rage, he was determined to get a single peanut back from Chip and Dale. The Chip and Dale ones are my favorite. They're relentless. That's one of the reasons, funnily enough, that I like Captain Hook is because I totally get how annoying Peter Pan had to be, and I feel like it's the same scenario. It's Donald Duck dealing with Chip and Dale. It's just it's incessant. They won't stop. Consistent, purposeful annoyance. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on Disney things. Oh, I'm helloing. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Sorry about that. W. Robert says, I loved Goofy movie. Goofy movie is so underrated. I'm so disappointed that only the sequels are on Netflix, but it makes me cry every time. Every time I watch it. Every time. And I cannot start a road trip without singing On the Open Road. Husband doesn't get it. I don't care. I love it. Jess says, oh, well, I'm Donald and Doug is Goofy. That's true. That's your marriage. You're exactly right. Oh, and kind of literally with the Goofy thing. Know what I'm saying? Living My Rhapsody says, I have both. Yeah, that's hard. No, you don't. You're smart and you're very kind, so no, you don't. Peanut Butter says, Chip and Dale rock. They do rock. They do rock. Big time. Big fan of the boys. Steph says, definitely Donald Duck's temper because I feel like I already do sometimes, right? So it's stick with what you know. If it ain't broke. Mike says, Donald Duck actually said in one short, I'll get that peanut back. Really, Donald? Yeah. No, look, it shows persistence and resilience and commitment. I don't know why I have to defend, crazy Disney characters, but for some reason, it's, my instinct. Peanut Butter says, I sort of dislike Disney. I don't know why. Oh, you just haven't found the right movie or cartoon yet. I'll help you. Don't worry. Steph says, I like Goofy's son a lot. Max, he's cool. He is cool beans, yeah. I remember watching the movie where he had a crush on some girl and they were in high school and was trying to work up the courage to confess to her. Yeah. Do you remember Goof Troop? Did anybody watch Goof Troop in the 90s? TV show about Goofy and his son Max? Yes, Max. I was trying to remember his name. Oh, see, just set you straight. You're good. Anyway, Goof Troop. Good times. Good times. Good times. Good times. Okay. Where are we? Okay, are we ready for our next question? Jess says, me! She watched Goof Troop. Yep, remember that. It was good. It was good. They had a cat named Waffles. I don't know how I remember this stuff. I'm not a Disney princess fan, except Mulan, says Peanut Butter. Well, I could go into the schematics about how Mulan technically isn't a princess even though she's included in the franchise, but I won't do that. But Mulan is a great choice because she's very brave and she loves her family. So I'll give you Mulan. She's good people. I can't play Mulan though for reasons. All right, moving on, I think. I got the melody stuck in my head. Goof Troop. Okay, would you rather live rent-free in Aladdin's hideaway or be roommates with Ursula in her underwater cave? I mean, let's be honest, I would pick the cave because it's like underwater and that means I'm some sort of mermaid or something. And I bet you that Ursula is probably really fun when you don't like need something witchy from her, if you're just like hanging out. She's probably good people. Living My Rhapsody says you sounded just like Goofy when he said the cat's name. Waffles. Jennifer will play Mulan for me. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. You come be on the channel, you be Mulan. Unless we're doing 90s, in which case, apparently I'm Pocahontas. Oh, I love Pocahontas. Sometimes I feel like she's like my spirit princess sometimes. She came out just at the perfect time in my life, like right when I was at this like impressionable age that I was like, every time I would run, I'd be like, I am Pocahontas running through the wilderness and I will save my people. Like, oh yeah. Yeah. Perfect time for me. Jess says Ursula. Peanut Butter says Ursula. Honestly, she would be a fool roommate. I think she'd be awesome. Steph says roommates with Ursula. Unpopular opinion, but Ursula was misunderstood. Totally agree. Did you know that originally she was written in the script as King Triton's sister? And that was like how the plot was supposed to be. Like how she mentions how she used to live in the palace. That was how that was going to be. Was she was like King Triton's sister and then like banished or kicked out or something. I don't know what happened to change that. I also know B. Arthur was originally, it was written as B. Arthur, who was supposed to be the voice of Ursula, and then she couldn't due to scheduling conflicts with the Golden Girls. Guys, I'm full of useless trivia if you need any. W. Robert says, repeat that again, sorry. Would you rather live rent-free in Aladdin's hideaway or be roommates with Ursula in her underwater cave? The castle, I hate paying rent. No, not the castle, his hideaway. Like, you'd be living in an abandoned, like a hobo in the Middle East. I bet you wouldn't have to pay rent if you lived with Ursula because she probably has ways that you don't have to do that. I bet. I'm just thinking out loud. Steph says, oh man, maybe that isn't such an unpopular opinion. A lot of people choosing Ursula. That's right. Mike says underwater cave. I can hang out with Dory and Nemo. Right? There's good people under the water in the oceans. So fun for everyone. Peanut Butter says I had a crush on John Smith. Who didn't? He's voiced by Mel Gibson. John Smith is a stud. Through and through. Well, the Disney version. Maybe not the real life one. Oh, guys. Guess what time it is? Incoming chat messages. Okay. Seth says, I don't think it's rent-free at the castle. Rent-free. I bet you, if you live with Ursula, I bet it's rent-free. But it's rent-free both ways, maybe. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Living My Rhapsody says, do you know those original dark stories as they were written? Oh yeah, I have many books. Many, many books. I've actually I've written an entire 150,000 word novel that's a retelling of Thumbelina, which is also terrible. I happen to make it a little terribler, but yeah, like I've read all the fairy tales and they are terrible, but that's why I think they're wonderful. So they're very dark and terrible, but I love them. Yeah, but they were not at all what Disney turned them into. So, which is kind of part of the fun, I feel like. Aladdin's Hideaway, says John. Oh, okay. Hey, we've got somebody saying, no, I'm going to live free. I love it. I love it. W. Roberts, Ursula gave me nightmares, so I would have to pick Aladdin. He did have a monkey. Abu is fun. Ursula, then, I love oceans, says my mom. You do love oceans. Call Ruthie time. Yep, that's right, Steph. Call Ruthie time. Call Ruthie, says Mike. That's right. Ruthie, says Peanut Butter. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should call her on the... Oh, I can't call her on the live stream because I think my mom is watching on mobile. And I have to call my mom to talk to Ruthie. Ruthie doesn't have her own phone yet. Yet. Steph says, oh man, made me think maybe shouldn't choose Ursula. I don't know how to swim. Maybe she could help you. But, you know, it's going to come at a price. That's the thing with Ursula. You have to remember that you may be rent-free, but everything comes with a price. Sometimes your soul, whatever. My mom says Ruthie just kissed your face on my phone. Aw, hey Rue. Living My Rhapsody says, a crazy thing is that as a child, I was actually told the original stories, and they were the stories that the school actually gave to children to read. Are you in the States, Living My Rhapsody? You're in the United States, aren't you? Where did you go to school? I want to know. I want to know. And then we're going to move on to the next question. Because I don't want to keep you guys too late. Let's pick a good one. Not that one. Oh, that one's a good one. Okay. I want the original fairy tales. They're good. They're really good. And you can usually actually, if you read ebooks, you could get them for free through like the Gutenberg Project, which is super classic literature that's free ebooks. But if you just, search that on like Amazon, you can find, because they're all public domain by now. So all those old fairy tales by the Brothers Grimm and Aesop's Fables and Hans Christian Andersen and Charles Perrault and who's the other one? Who's the other one, guys? I know I'm missing somebody, but yeah, they're very good. They're very good. Living My Rhapsody says, I'm in the States now, but as a child raised in Poland. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, not that it makes more sense, but that, because I was like, they just wouldn't do that in America. We're not cool enough to do that. Like, I know that. Seth says, might be willing to give up my devishly handsome good looks as a price to learn how to swim from Ursula. That's fair. That's fair. She's like, I will take all of your good looks. Okay, here we go. Next question. Are y'all ready for this? Would you rather have Maleficent's dazzling good looks or Cruella de Vil's impeccable style? I know what I'd pick. I'm almost out of tea. Living My Rhapsody says, we had some scary literature there. I learned a lot, but oh gosh, that ended childhood early. Takes bubble bursting to like a whole new level. Looks, says Living My Rhapsody. Jess agrees. Maleficent. I would agree. I would choose Maleficent because I feel like you can teach style. So like if I looked like Maleficent, I could still learn how to dress stylishly for my style. And Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil is a smoker, and you can't undo that. So she's got like 50 years of smoke lungs that I'm like, no, thank you. I'd rather have green skin. That's just my opinion. Mike says, oh, he's talking to Steph. Devilishly handsome, huh? I happen to be ruggedly handsome. Oh, you guys should be friends. Oh, wait, you are friends. Look, My Rhapsody says, because any rags I put on would be awesome. Right, exactly. It's like nothing looks bad on Maleficent. Steph says I have to go with Maleficent's dazzling good look since I just gave Ursula devilishly handsome good look. That's exactly right. You got to get him back. You may as well. Fair enough. My mom says style, definitely Cruella. Cruella is like her favorite Disney character. Doesn't make sense to me because she is like the biggest animal lover on the planet. But she likes the lady who wants to skin puppies. To each their own. Seth says the question works out perfectly for me. Yeah, that was timed well for you. Jennifer says, never been big on style, so looks. As long as looks came with magic. Yeah, I would like the magic. Emery says the looks. Jennifer says, also smoky fur coat. Yeah, you know that has to just, like, absorb that, like, green smoke aura that she has. Ugh. Yeah. Jess says, I feel like I wouldn't like Cruella style. Yeah, not in Florida. You don't want to be wearing them furs. For sure. I had to do that. I was Cruella for a children's parade, so it was mid-July, and it was 100 degrees outside, and I had to go around in that coat. It was a lot of fun, but it was a sweaty day. We're just gonna leave it at that. Mike says Cruella de Vil, and she has her own theme song. She does have her own theme song. Mike, you'd look fabulous in a giant fur coat. Just so you know. W. Roberts, Maleficent had amazing style anyways, so I would have to choose her. Right? I was like, who says that Cruella's style is better than Maleficent's? Because they're different styles, but equally awesome, I feel like. Emery says, gotta go, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Love ya. John says, Maleficent, I don't really have a style. I wear what's comfortable, regardless if it looks good. Which I feel like Maleficent kind of does too. She's in magical robes that swoosh about. So that's probably comfortable. My mom says she just makes people think she's going to skin them, but is actually a hoarder. She's got like a whole character theory on Cruella de Vil about how she doesn't actually want to skin the puppy, she just wants to hoard them all. Oh my gosh, Mom, you should write a fan fiction that's that. Just says, I have the Cruella picture of you from a TV screenshot. That's right, I was on the news as Cruella de Vil. They were interviewing Ruthie and I like totally interrupted her news interview as Cruella de Vil. It was awesome. It was worth the sweat that day was. Oh, I forgot about that. Mike says, how about a giant fur sport coat? Even better. I love it. I love the idea. Okay, last question. We're going to do one more and then we're going to call it a night. I'm going to find a good one. Oh, okay. Okay, we're back to villains because, you know, I like the villains. Which is kind of funny, but just double checking that that's the one. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Would you rather have Ursula as an eccentric mom or Jafar as an overly involved dad? My mom's a little bit like Ursula, I feel like. Like she wants what she wants. And then goes and gets what she wants. So I would probably pick Ursula though because Jafar's kind of creepy. His chin's too pointy. Gives me the creeps. That's a hard one. Yeah, there's a hard one. Although I was going to say Ursula also because she has magic, but technically Jafar has magic too because he's got the magical cobra thing. Oh, here's the thing though. If Jafar is your dad, he comes with the baggage that is Iago. Think about that. Living My Rhapsody says eccentric mom, Ursula. Wait, I didn't hear it says Jess. Would you rather have Ursula as an eccentric mom or Jafar as an overly involved dad? Sorry, my phone's buzzing again. Because it's very much time to call Ruthie. W. Robert says, can I go to the crazy uncle's house? Yes, you can go to crazy Uncle Captain Hook's house. Ursula, my mom says Ursula again because I could live in the ocean. Fair enough. Living My Rhapsody, eccentric is interesting, but over-involved is stressful. Right? Like I'd feel stifled if it was like an over-involved thing. And like if she's eccentric, you're gonna learn more about life and things. So it's just in terms of eccentric or overly involved, I would choose eccentric. I can be an orphan, says Jess. I love that. She's like, I pick orphan. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I missed some. John from the Gigglebox says, Ursula, my mom is kind of like Ursula. See, so you know how to handle that. Perfect. Seth says Jafar is the type of person who might be willing to sacrifice his kid for immortality, I think. So I'd probably go with Ursula. Right, agreed. Totally. Yeah. Like, I feel like as a parent, Ursula's probably going to be a little bit better. Just as a parent. Mike says Ursula, easy. Jafar gives me the creeps. And he talks to birds. And he grins way too much for me. Ew. Factor 11 out of 10. Ew. Factor 11 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, he does, like, have the sneer. Yeah, too much. W. Robert says, yes, I love Captain Hook. He is my favorite. I don't want him to be my dad though because I'm like in love with him and that's gross. Oh, let's see. Seth says, yeah, if orphan is an option, I'd choose that too. I love that we just don't care about the rules. We're just like, nah, no. Jess says, but if I had to pick, maybe Jafar because I like birds. I don't know. That's right, you do, because you're good with birds, though. Birds don't like me back, so I don't think that would go very well. W. Roberts, we'll run away to Neverland together, Seth. I love it. Okay. All right, guys. That is the last of the Would You Rather questions. There is a link in the description for all of them if you want to go hang out there. And because we didn't do all of them just for time and stuff like that. Because, you know, I gotta call Ruthie. So before we end the live show, super fast before I totally open it up to Q&A, I was thinking of like naming the giving the live show a name. Right now I'm kind of fake call it Kim Here Now or Kim Here Right Now, but I think I'm gonna call it Tea with Kim Here because I'm usually drinking tea or something in a mug. And so I think I'm going to start naming the live show Tea with Kim Here or, yeah, Tea with Kim Here because, and then if you want, you can have tea or a beverage with me. That would be cool. You don't have to though. But just something and it doesn't really change anything. It's just the name of the playlist, like that's all that's really going to change. But yeah, so. Mike says call Ruthie now. I know I really should. Jess, I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love you so much. I'm drinking tea. Perfect. See, it works, right? My mom says Alvin. Ruthie and I scream Alvin on the phone to each other every night. Like, she screams it. She improves every night with it. It's a weird thing. I don't even know how it started, but that's why my mom is yelling Alvin in the chat because Ruthie probably dictated that. Living Rhapsody, late night beverage with Kim. Nighttime tea with Kim. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, before we wrap this up, does anybody have any questions or any concerns or anything on your mind for quick Q&A before I call it a night? Call Ruth T. Ruth T. Thank you so much for stopping by, W.A. Roberts. It's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. I missed you all terribly last week. Please don't forget that the Princess channel will be debuting April 5th. For now, that may have to change, but we have a fairly tentative, more than tentative, but not exactly set in stone launch date for the Princess Agenda. So, yeah. All right, guys. I love you all. I hope you all have a really great week. I do apologize for not having any real videos up. I'm hoping to get something up next week. It's just been super crazy with the new board that I'm on and the Princess channel, and I have my first stand-up comedy open mic night on Saturday, so I've been writing and prepping for that, and then I've got a big performance the week after, and so it's been super crazy. And so there hasn't been a ton of content coming up, but you are all so great. We hit 500 subscribers, which is so exciting and wonderful. And yeah, so keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram because I am very active over on those platforms. Trying to cross-post to Facebook doesn't always happen, but all right. So I hope you all have a really great week. And I'm going to just double check everything in my life as a vlogger. Good to see you. Everyone's saying goodnight, and I love it because we're all such cool beans and we're good friends. I love it. Mike says, I think I speak for everyone when I say we all missed you last week. Many of us cried a lot. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. DJ McLean, hi, good to see you. Unfortunately, we are wrapping up the show right now. But yes, I'll see you all next Wednesday. I had to make sure nothing was going on. I hope that everyone has a super, super great week, and I love you all, and yeah, stay cool, cool beans.